strong wind blowing as well, which the teams will have to contend with as Treviso look to carry on with their recent good form after the dreadful start to the season. 20 defeats in a row in all competitions before 2 wins and a very close defeat to Munster last time out. It is a very settled Treviso side these days. The pack exactly the same as it was against Munster last week. Former Cardiff Blue Samoan Philo Palo and former English international Tom Palmer in the second row. One change behind sees Tommaso Iannone in on the wing, Alberto Scarbi the captain, and fullback Jaden Hayward third at the moment amongst the Pro 12 point scorers. They have their own personal battle to try and get above the zebra if they can. For the Scarlets is trying to stay in the top 4. Dylan Evans makes a first ever start on the loose head. Jake Ball and John Barkley released from their respective international squads. Ala Davis as well, back from international duty. DTH Van der Merwe back in the wing, he missed last week. Parks and King, the playmakers in the centre. As we've heard, Hadley Parks has played every minute in the Pro 12 league for the Scarlets this season. Their midfield influence, his and Regan King, what the Scarlets are looking for to get tries this evening. John Lacey of Ireland, the man in charge.
Come on, please.
Jaden Hayward floats it high. It's a very good take by David Bulbring, the South African, who is making his 4th appearance for the Scarlet, former Springbok under-20 lock. Thomas. And the other Aled Davis is controlling things around him. Jake Ball. Marcelino Paulino played 6 against Edinburgh last week and has kept that shirt this week. Little dink over the top. See if DTH can get on the end of it. 6 tries for the Scarlets this year, 41 in all in the league. Jonathan, interesting one tonight with both teams looking for a win for different reasons and both teams looking for tries as well.
Yes, it's bitterly cold down here, but it's dry, the rain has stopped, pitch is cutting up a little bit, but it's a game you have to target, bottom of the table. If you have any aspirations of having a top 2 finish, you have to get a bonus point with everything so close. So it's just a question of getting the win under your belt and then trying to go for the tries after. You know, not just chucking it about willy-nilly.
One stop!
Alberto Lucchese, the bearded scrum half, just letting the forwards do the work. Quite happy to let them rumble onwards. But that was always going to be the danger. Unless they're going to use it, as they had been told by John Lacey, then the put-in goes to the Scarlets.
Out here, please. Oh, here we go. There's your mark. No penalty. No penalty.
Dylan Evans, Australian-born, making his full start. Kirby Myhill, Pete Edwards alongside him. Alberto De Marchi, 29 caps for Italy. Luca Bigi and Simone Ferrari up against them.
Yeah, I'd imagine now that they try and keep the game tight, the Italians. But then hopefully John Lacey will take control of the scrum and get the game moving.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Parks bringing in Michael Collins, taken on by John Barkley in the number 8 shirt this evening. A try for Scotland.
I'll tell you what, Collins, the full back, is all over the place. He took a hit there, and he's not a happy-looking guy.
Back up on his feet, but looking pretty unsure as play continues.
Yeah, he needs to come off and get assessed, I think.
Jake Ball, enterprising run.
Off free throw. Offside 8.
Parks hits the gap. He's so adept at getting over that game line. Bullbring in there again. Ale Thomas. Pete Edwards wasn't quite expecting that one.
No advantage. 8 offside.
An interesting decision. Now, what do? Do you go for the 3 points, or do you go for the corner and go for the first try? Because, you know, it's a close game away from home, but I feel they'll be very confident winning this.
Sure.
Yeah, this is Collins coming in here. Just watch, I think. He gets the hit.
15 is.
Looks like nothing really. You know, it doesn't seem to be head contact there. And then when he got just keeps on the. He's walking back there and sent the foot up. He's gone. He's going. He's just, yeah. And I think there's great, good work. They've gone assessing.
Oh, he's pulled it to the left of the post, Ale Thomas. And those are the kind of kicks you need to be putting over early, build the lead, make Treviso chase the game.
Well, you don't miss them. I just think that whether it's the last kick of the match to win the game or a kick to turn points under pressure, you have to nail them. Unfortunately, I think that Ale Thomas,
Thank you.
that's a weakness in his game. He needs to take the kicks. At this level, against it, you know, with things so tight.
Missed a couple in Murrayfield last week as well, and it turned out to be a 1-point defeat. In fact, 9 of the Scarlets' last 10 games have all been won or lost by 2 points or less. Those are the tight margins the Scarlets are playing with, the exception being a heavy defeat out in Connacht.
Well, Edley Park done everything right, Martin Williams says in his pre-match commentary. Look, commentator's curse. Eating a easy ball. I think the first mistake I've seen him do.
Yeah, it's taken 1,286 minutes, I think, for him to produce the mistake.
Get away with that.
Stability before the ball went in the last one, so we're going to have it here. We're going to have it here now.
As always, stalwart down here at Parc des Scarlets, Phil Bennett.
Bind.
And
Set.
Pat.
And Pat.
Stay there, one.
A scrum penalty, won by Treviso.
Leave it go. Leave it. Thank you.
Looked like a very strong scrum.
3 red on his knees.
They'll make the most of that. Treviso, because they want to slow the game down, keep it tight. And that just shows, I think, the wind with at least Scarlets in his half.
We've seen Michael Collins going off. What's the latest, Phil?
Well, he had a very badly cut lip for a start, Charlo, but also he's not going to come back on due to the head injury. They think he might have a bit of concussion. Well, that will be wait to be seen, but they're not taking any chances, so he's off permanently.
The versatile Gareth Owen on for him. Steph Evans has gone back to full-back. His customary position. Gareth Owen
Same ball.
Defending a 10 there from that line out.
Yeah, they're on a good drive there, but fell over each other.
Picked up by DeMarchi.
Advantage.
Filo Paulo. 3 years with the Blues before heading for Treviso. And there's a long advantage being played by John Lacey. And encouraging signs from the line out for Treviso.
And again, good scrum and this good line out, get the back of them all, going to drive it, and just as they break away, they're in very, very good position and they just fall over each other, unfortunately.
Yeah, Filo Paulo just lost his footing ahead of Robert Barbieri. ...122 points in the league, Jaden Hayward. Only Sam Davis and Rhys Patchell with more.
Thought he was frozen for a minute there.
Well, same result as Ale Thomas's first effort.
It's a little bit windy, but you know, it's not that windy out there. And the both kickers will be disappointed with their first effort.
And to compound things, the ball is dropped, but apparently not forward. Taken on by Alberto DeMarchi. Marchese. Change of direction from Sam Christie.
Start 5.
Steph Evans looking for space behind the defence. He's not quite put it dead.
That's a very good kick. I thought, you know, they all thought they'd gone out in the full, not to counter-attack.
And who's going to win this little bout of kicking? Again, came off Kirby Myhill's feet.
Yes.
Badly presented ball by the Scarlets, puts them back under pressure. Pick and go from BG. Christie. Here's the captain, Scarby. Scanning over the ball well, Gareth Owen, winning on the penalty.
Very, very good turnover there. I think at the moment the Scarlets are just very passive in their defence. You know, not pushing up. Yeah, it's a good tackle. Owen is over the ball. They don't clear him out. That's a very clear penalty. And again,
Just came off the back of Kirby Myhill's legs.
yeah, it wasn't. It was a turnover, yeah, but I just think, you know, he didn't get to the Treviso players. He just got his legs in the wrong position. Kirby Myhill kicked the ball away.
And there is Myhill throwing into the line out and finding David Bulbring. James Davis back to full fitness and back to his try-scoring ways last weekend.
One stop, line, one stop.
Parks. space out wide this time. Great running by Stefan Evans.
Good step.
And he's still going. What a run! And what a try by Steph Evans. Brilliantly finished by the youngster.
That's a brilliant finish. Great feet. Fantastic. That's what they need to do, is get on the outside channels, away from the strength of the Treviso side, which is the back. And it's brilliantly finished. Great ball. They've got numbers. It's a depth. Straightens up. There's a 2-on-1. There's poor communication, but beautiful step. Great pace. Fend and over. Just gets the ball down. That's a brilliant finish. Just watch. He shows and goes. It's poor defence. It's slightly dog-legged, but that's a brilliant finish.
A third of the season for Steph Evans. They don't come any better. Top draw finishing. And Thomas adds the conversion, the try fully deserved. Found himself in a bit of space and backed him. Then a little in and out. Locked the oncoming winger and stretches over for the try. Smile on the face of Stephen Jones, and rightly so.
That shows what they need to do. The defence was very, very poor there by Treviso on the outside. Shorter numbers and a dog-leg defence, so that's where the Scarlets have got to try to expose them. Playing the 13 channel.
It's good play by Alan Thomas. Knew where the whitewash was, stretched out to win the line out way back downfield. Untidy line out, and in fact stolen in the end.
Just off green, unlucky.
Anyway, look at the Scarlets knock on.
Just lost forwards.
Well, with 15 minutes gone, Treviso have missed 8 tackles already. So just if they're going to keep possession, go through the phases, if they're going to miss tackles at that rate, they are going to get their bonus point. So the Scarlets have got to be patient, build slowly, and then finish them off.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Pressure coming on the Scarlet scrum. Rala Davis making sure that possession wasn't lost.
I don't really understand why they keep the ball in the scrum when the scrum's under pressure. It just makes no sense whatsoever.
Takes your scrum half out of the game as well. He's going to go in and dig it out. Park's short ball meant for Regan King. Did very well to hang on to it. Could be another injury for the Scarlets. Alec Thomas gets the ball away under pressure. Barkley struggling, but keeping his place out wide in that Scarlet line.
Tight.
Ball, 3 men on his outside. Went himself before being tackled by Barbini. Picked up by Gareth Owen, straight through the gap. Support arrives from DTH van der Merwe. Parks to Aled Thomas. King waiting for the offload. Short ball from Parks to James Davis. Building up again the Scarlets. Barkley back fully fit in the thick of things. Penalty coming the Scarlets' way. DTH van der Merwe well met by Lazzaroni. But no advantage coming the Scarlets' way, and there's another decision. Posts or corner again. This time, wouldn't be surprised if it would be corner.
Blown away, not into the ball. 8.
Not rolling away quickly enough from the breakdown.
Go in the corner, well, that's it, good play.
James Davis having a little look over the top, see how close that line is, and as his co-forwards join him, he gets ever closer. He's being dragged towards it. James Davis bursts over. Was he there or was he just short?
He's going up, isn't he?
Did he get any part of that ball on the line or not? That's what Derek Bevan has to decide.
Yes, is there any reason why you can't award this try, please?
Any reason why you can't award the try?
Yeah, I think he got it. Just check, please.
John Lacey thinks he's got there, but he's not sure.
If it's short, that's the only thing, isn't it? If it's short, let's have a look. Oh, well. Have a look. And the first dab down seems to have a little bit of chalk there, but let's have a look, see if it's a clearer angle.
Having a clear view from here. So,
okay,
yeah,
no worries.
Just to let you know.
I would say that some of that is on the line.
Yeah, he's allowed to place it, so that will do.
One more look, John.
Yeah, okay. Which one?
Oh, this should be it, shouldn't it? This should be the angle.
Yeah, I'm happy enough.
I think that's a try. That's on the line. Look.
There is a neck tackle on the player who's scoring the try, John.
I don't need you, Captain. Go ahead, please.
John.
Yes?
There is a neck tackle on the player scoring the try.
Okay.
He's made the line.
But so I can award a try?
You can award the try.
Okay.
I think Derek was looking for a penalty try there, I think.
Yeah.
I want to make the conversion a little bit easier. James Davis, 2 weeks back after injury. 2 tries to add to his tally. Didn't need the conversion straight in front. That'll do nicely. Scarlets, quarter of a way through the game, have 2 tries in the bank.
Just quickly, I'll just show an example of the tries, okay? If we just stop it there, look, this is the last man. Look how tight they are. If they run it on, look how many players are on the outside. Just run it on. They straighten up the second row. So that's how narrow Treviso are defending. They're dog leg. There's no communication between the wingers. So that's where the area they have to attack.
Steal is good.
Well, he was turned over by Treviso.
Moving away.
And because of that, Marcelino Paulino deemed not to have rolled away from the tackle area.
Turnover is good. Red not rolling. Yeah, sure. 12. Just on that try there.
Treviso anxious to get their first points on the board.
It's gone, no?
This time, no mistake from Jaden Hayward. Treviso are on the board.
Well, after 20 minutes with 2 tries on the board, you know, you'd expect the Scarlets now to dictate the tempo of the match, dictate where they're going to play. The only thing they've got to do is cut the errors out and the penalties.
Barbieri sets it up. Lucchese
Use it!
a little bit more protection before going for the downfield kick.
Stay.
Barkley, good feet.
Play on, play on. Use it.
And as Filipao failed to get away the penalty, quickly taken by Ala Davis, who lost out in the tackle. Lovely slip from Barbini and also from Bigi.
Stay up now. Push, push.
Esposito comes in as scrum half, or would have done, but he got tied in himself.
Again, it's you know, the turnover. They've got to cut these errors. That would be disappointing for the Scarlets management. Space.
Christie going long downfield to Van der Merwe. This time it'll be Jaden Hayward's turn. He picks out Alan Thomas.
Stay, stay.
Esposito. The other winger, Iannone. Treviso building as far as the Scarlet 10-metre line. Oh, clean break by Hayward, has support on his inside. It comes from Iannone, but he's hauled down by Hadley Parks. Lucchese digs it clear to DeBarchi. They're calling on the outside, but it's gone to Gareth Owen. And that should have been a try for Treviso.
No, look for him, play on.
Can't believe they blew that try.
No advantage. Under pressure all the
It's
time.
head in hands time from the Treviso coaching staff alongside us, and little wonder.
Forward pass. No, no.
Just watch, it's ball watching there. They overread the dummy. You know, I was thinking he's in great scramble defence. Parks, I think Evans again. But again, they had loads of numbers on the left-hand side. There's a prop forward in a standoff, not recommended, and they blow the opportunity. But I think there's just it's complacency here at the moment with the Scarlets. I think everyone expects them to get the bonus point, but they've lacked that intensity in the moment, and they need to pick it up. They're not dictating the tempo of the game.
That's Marius Goosen on the right-hand side of the screen, just talking, giving some instructions.
Show me your shoulder, please.
Antonio Pavanello, former second row,
Crouch!
would wonder him as well, and they were in despair that they didn't convert that try. Had
Bind!
the prop passed the first time, then I think that Marco Barbini would have got over. As it was, the pass was picked off by Gareth Owen. Good pressure on Ala Davis.
Well, the scrum is in real pressure, isn't it? Yeah, you'd have to think, if you're under pressure with the Treviso Park, it'll be slightly worrying for the remainder of the season.
Holding.
I think Lucchesi's playing quite well, isn't he? Scrum half for the Treviso side, and they're going for the touchdown. There he is, he's harrying Davis. He's on his own, he's holding on, they're over him. That's a very simple penalty, can't clear off. But no, I thought they might have gone for a scrum there, to be honest, rather than kick to touch. Absolutely. Because a 5-yard scrum, 15 metres left to the post.
after speaking to
the referee's just given a penalty.
on both sides during this game already looking for decisions. I'm standing right in front of that. There's no problem. It's a metre inside, and 4 players shouting me to check TMO. I can't check offsides or TMO for you.
Okay.
It finishes now.
Yeah,
Are we clear?
Yeah, no.
Play the game and we get on with it. Time on.
Yeah, it's the 212s that are the people who are allowed to speak to the referee. But too many others chipping away at the moment. Tom Palmer takes the ball cleanly. Barbieri
Okay.
looking dangerous.
Yeah, very sorry on this.
Barbieri spins. Yes, say Treviso. Yes, say the Scarlets that they defended it.
Get ready, Derek Bevan.
Time off.
Oh, hang on.
Is there anything that shows the grounding?
Assistant referees in first.
Any view of it?
Nothing this side. If it was at the other side.
Okay.
Definite.
Oh, he's not going to go over the other side, is he?
Derek, time off, please. Derek?
Yeah, I got you, John.
Yeah, try yes or no, please. We don't have enough information.
Okay, we'll have a look now.
I have to say that the Scarlets, they're in control 43, but they're very lethargic, aren't they? I think he falls and does he roll the other way? I can't see anything at that angle.
Well, he had to spin all the way around, did Barbieri, because he got turned the one way and has to come 180 degrees. Now there's his arm.
There's no way he can give that, can he?
Now there he is, there's the ball. And Kirby Myhill's head, I think, is in the way.
He can't give that try.
Nothing clear and obvious for me, Derek, on the screen there.
Last angle, nothing clear and obvious so far, John.
No, he's got his head. Look at the ball
The
still.
ball is on Kirby Myhill's head.
Okay, Derek.
John
be a try.
held up, scrum 5, green ball.
No try. Scrum.
Not even the Italians TMO would give that.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Well, maybe this is what they should have gone for in the first
Yeah, I
place.
think so, yeah. They were close. Yeah, I think, again, you have to look at the Scarlets' defensive job on their own try line. They just haven't got that aggression tonight, I feel. Just feel they're very comfortable playing within themselves. Do you think he's looking for the penalty, that number 9, Lucchesi? Behind the scrum, ball in the air.
He's going to have a job feeding the scrum.
I know, forget it.
It's not stable, guys. Let's go.
Andiamo di dritti, eh?
It's fairly obvious the scrum and the lines are the strong points of Treviso's game. They couldn't quite manage from the line. Can they do it from the ensuing scrum?
Bind! Set!
But penalty goes against them, even though they seem to be moving forward.
Driving inwards, that's what he said, John Lacey.
Number 3, straight at an angle,
There
across
we
the
are,
scrum.
in an angle. We understand where, the dominant scrum is driving in. He's got to keep this straight, all the doubts are in the referee's mind over the Scarlet scrum.
Davis.
That is, not sure that is, to be honest.
Not sure what the line out was and the way it was dummied then passed. bit of indecision by the Scarlets, and Davis then rushing the kick.
Rock form now.
Paolo. Palmer to Lazzaroni. Kirby Myhill thought he'd stripped that one, but didn't quite manage in the end. Barbieri hung on to it. Loose pass from Hayward, picked up by Esposito. Lazzaroni. Lucchese to Iannone.
He's a tackler.
It's a turnover, it's James Davis, and he's in there, and now it's an opportunity. 2 passes.
The defence could be at 6s and 7s. Hayward can't get clear of the 22.
Use it!
Now they will have a chance to clear. One more drive to give Alberto Lucchese the chance to turn to his favoured right foot. Half charge down though.
I have to say, it's just slightly disappointing first 30 minutes. You'd feel that the Scarlets have been trying to impose themselves on the Treviso side.
Slight injury before the line-out takes place, so let's go down pitch side to Phil Steele. Phil.
Garen Evans, Scarlets team manager, what have you made of the first half hour? Because you've got 2 of the 4 tries that you're probably looking for.
Yeah, it's a good start. Obviously looking sharp with the ball in hand. Got away with the scrum there, so yeah, it's good to keep them with 3 points. Just need a bit of ball down in their territory now to build again, because we're looking quite dangerous with the ball in hand.
And what was the pre-match talk of in the change rooms? Was it sort of win the game first and then try for the bonus point, or what?
No, none of that really. It's obviously just to win the game. You know, the main focus. If we get another try, then obviously then we're going to hopefully look at a bonus point. But we need to win the game first.
Thanks, Karen.
Cheers.
Well, it'd be disappointing for the Scarlets that they scored 3 tries in the first half in Edinburgh last week and ended up not just not getting a bonus point try, they ended up on the losing side as well. Maurici to Esposito.
It's a good tackle, Paulino.
Treviso having an extended period with ball in hand. The Scarlets just having to bide their time and keep that defence going. James Davis looks for the steal.
Jaden Hayward's looked dangerous with ball in hand, isn't he? Treviso full back, you know. It's him and Barbieri are 2 main ball carriers.
Jaden Hayward, similar to Hadley Parks, he's played every minute of every game he's played, although he's missed 1 game of the 16.
The ball is available. If your 9 doesn't want to play the ball, that's his problem. But if he interferes with your ball, I will penalise you.
4 tries. 4 tries is what the Scarlets are looking for. They've got 2. 1 brilliant effort by Steph Evans early on, and then just making the line, James Davis. 2 tries coming in the opening quarter. They could sneak another one in these next 7 minutes, and it would be a job well done in the first half.
Crouch! Bind!
Well, it's possession, like, you know, it's 50% each, and territory is very, very close. So there's nothing really in this game. Just the two opportunities that they took.
Regan King trying a little variation in midfield, with the pass letting him down. And it's been turned over.
Yeah, another turnover. It's just.
That's what's keeping Treviso in the game at the moment, the number of turnovers they've worked.
Yeah, they're not building the pressure, are they?
BG. There's one back for the Scarlets.
Yeah, Paulinho's over the ball and just takes it.
Good kick by Ella Thomas.
There he is. He goes in. He goes over the top. Is he supporting his own body right there?
It's an interesting one.
Oh.
Was he taking the space past the ball? Was he just leaning over? It was a very close call, but he got away with one.
Yeah, good. This is a good opportunity now for the Scarlets. Hit midfield and then, you know, open up space on either side and just pick off the lazy runners.
Taken by John Barkley. James Davis. Oh, that
Forward.
Fairly adjacent to Hadley Parks.
That was forward.
King. Lost it.
Strip is good.
There's a chance for a breakout for Treviso. Jaden Hayward is giving chase. Across comes Hadley Parks. Good following up by Hayward. Esposito in there as well. Well, it was great following up, and Jaden Hayward feels really aggrieved then,
Yeah,
because
he does.
Hadley Parks held on to it for a long, long time.
I think he just gets a tackle. That's the tackle. Does he get up on his feet? The other one's off his feet, isn't he? And then he gets pushed over. You know, there's nothing. I don't know who that is there, the blue scrum card. It's difficult to see who it is. Esposito. But he has absolutely no chance whatsoever of staying on his feet when he's smashed from behind by his own player. Just watch, there he is. Esposito goes in, he's in, yeah, he's kind of gets back on his feet, and then off his feet, yes, but he's bundled over by his own player. You see, it is a clear penalty.
Again, James Davis as scrum half.
Stay right, stay!
Don't really understand why the Scarlets are kicking so much against, you know, the Treviso side. Keep the ball in hand, run them ragged, go wide, another penalty.
Seven's arriving player, straight on the
James
ball.
Davis again is the one who wins his team a penalty with his work at the breakdown. James Davis played the first 8 of the season, and then his comeback game was last week.
Esposito goes in, straight in, hands on the ball, we can't move him off, low centre of gravity, taking him there, he is, full back. Jaden Hayward cannot move him.
So you'd think one more chance for the Scarlets before half-time. Barkley at the front, and this time James Davis is in there, not to act as a scrum half to release the ball. Try and go for the drive, but it's all a bit static, so we'll have to think again. Hadley Parks at close quarters. Bullbring with the drive into the 22.
Oh, he's consistent, isn't he, the referee? But the turnovers, they've won 8 turnovers now in the first half. Scarlets management will be absolutely crazy. It's just 8 turnovers for them. Yeah, 8-6 for them. You know, with penalties as well, you know, the game has been stopped there. There's no fluency by anyone. I just think they're playing well within themselves. And if I was the Scarlets coaching staff now, I would put a rocket up them at half-time, because yes, you know, there's no doubt they're going to win this game. I think they will score the 2 tries in the second half, but you have a responsibility to the crowd to play the best of your ability, and at the moment that is falling way short.
14 turnovers in the first half. Well, I think I can remember a game with that many. My Hill. The Scarlets have a bit more possession in the final minute. DeMarchi, it was a rather sharpish. Parks.
Well, if they go quickly now, they'll have time to kick to the line out. Kick it to the line out, quick.
So, an unexpected lead chance for the Scarlets. To say that the Treviso coaching staff are frustrated would be the understatement of the year.
Yeah, I think they're frustrated, but you know,
when the crucial line-out came, it was lost, and so was the chance to get a third try before half-time. But the Scarlets do have 2. They came in the first quarter, superbly taken by Stefan Evans, well finished in the end by James Davis. The Scarlets could have had so much more, but it's gone one way and then the other at the breakdown, so they have to settle for a lead of 14 points to 3. And let's see what the captain thinks. Hadley Parks is with Phil.
Thanks so much, Jallo. Hadley, a bit scruffy in that first half. What was going wrong?
Yeah, I think we started pretty well, and then a few little mistakes. They've got a couple of turnovers, probably a little bit higher into contact a couple of times, so hopefully we can just go back to the basics, start the second half and then score some tries after that.
And you're confident you can do that and get the bonus point if you go back to basics?
Yeah, back to basics, but I think it's also back our skills and just get into the game. I think we look good with ball in hand, so hopefully we can just look after the ball a bit better.
Thanks for your time. Have a good orange.
Cheers.
The Scarlets ran out tonight knowing a bonus point of victory could take them to the top of the table, and they started pretty well. Steph Evans will be delighted with this finish. A step, a fend, and a searing burst of pace in the reach for the line as well. A cracking solo try from the youngster on the right wing. And then James Davis, his second game back from that long spell on the sidelines, and he was just adjudged to have got the ball down on the whitewash. Trademark celebration there from Cubby Boy. Jaden Haywood kicked some points for Treviso, 14-3 the half-time score, and they did come close to crossing the line themselves. This one went to the TMO, but unlike James Davis at the other end, they were adjudged not to have crossed the line. The ball was held up, so the score remains 14-3 at half-time. Some interesting statistics. We heard Jonathan Davis in commentary there talking about the amount of times the Scarlets have turned the ball over. 8 turnovers Treviso have won to the Scarlets 6. Tackles missed is an interesting one. 13 missed by Treviso. We did see Treviso make that one cracking break where they carved through the Scarlets midfield, but other than that, Scarlets defence has been pretty watertight. Just 3 tackles they've missed in that opening half, and they've had their lion's share of possession. Most of the territory, as you can see, has been between the two 22. So half a job done, I suppose, Martin. They've got 2 tries in the bag. They're after the bonus point victory tonight. Will they be relatively pleased at half-time?
No, I don't think they'll be pleased. I think scrappy's the word, isn't it? They threatened halfway through that first half to really open up and play some great rugby. They scored a fantastic try through Steph Evans. But for all their faults, the Italians, what they are very good at, they're very good in the contact area. And if you don't get support there quickly, and in numbers and your technique's not right, they will cause turnovers. So they're really struggling to build momentum, the Scarlets, and keeping Treviso in it.
Yeah, like you say, they won 8 turnovers there at the breakdown, and it means the game hasn't had much in terms of fluidity to it. The whistle's been blown quite a few times. Jonathan Davis in commentary there saying the Scarlets are playing within themselves and they've got responsibility to the crowd to play
He's
better.
Not happy, is he, Jiffy? He's not happy. But not. Look, it is. I think psychologically, I think they're off it. When you score early like they did, maybe the foot comes off the pedal and you kind of get a little bit lethargic, a little bit expecting that we're going to run these 4 tries, but you've still got to do your job. You've still got to go and clean rucks out. You've still got to be effective in what you do, with ball in hand. So they looked, got width on the ball, and when they have, they look dangerous, don't they? But they just need to be a little bit more clinical in cleaning out their own ruck ball.
Yeah, Steph Evans looked anything but lethargic, Sean, when he went over for that first try. What a finish.
It was a fantastic try, Ross, but I'm like the boys. I'm very frustrated in the truck here because the 2 tries show exactly what the Scarlets need to do to get this bonus point win. Build pressure so they get penalties and a maul close to the line, and be patient and get it to the wider channels. Let's take a look. It was a great try, and we talked at the top of the show about the boys keeping the depth. Now here we've got a forward, a scrum half, and Alec Davis has to be 10 metres back until this line out moves off the line of touch. Now he comes up, John Lacey calls him up. And this is a ploy. They've got a maul. When the referee calls him to use it, they have a contingency plan. The contingency is to pull out, get into this channel. Just watch Gareth Owen now, how he works hard to get back to rescue the tackle contest along with James Davis. Fantastic play. Now it's about control and depth. There's King, deep control and foot speed. And now, again, we talk about the basics, the footwork on some of these Scarlets' backs. And take note, Alec Davis, his support line on the inside. Fantastic strike from the youngster. Look at the step. Okay, ball in one hand, but we allow him that. He's got youth and exuberance, and he fights to get over the line. Great try. We need to see more of it.
We do indeed. Thank you, Sean. And just to let you know as well, Jonathan Davis, Cubby Boy's brother, has scored just in the last 10 minutes for Clermont against Grenoble tonight. So both Davis brothers in try-scoring action this weekend. Good to see with England on the horizon. I'm sure we'll talk about that a bit later on in the programme, Martin. But on that Steph Evans try, I mean, the Scarlets have been without Liam Williams. They've been out. Tanguy Thackenbauer's been missing for a while. Harry Robinson. It shows the youngsters coming through the system have got some real talent.
Yeah, he is a real talent, isn't he? I think he started off at 15, but they moved him onto the wing, and he's got great balance, great footwork, and he's the kind of player I know Stephen George would love to coach as well. He's eager to learn and shows what quality is, and when they do throw the ball about, they can show how effective they are. But just on Sean's first point there, the work of Gareth Owen, you've got to work hard and clean the rucks out, which they probably fell off in that last 20 minutes.
Let's talk about the James Davis try then, Sean, and well finished by the man. Just about reached his arm long enough over the line to be awarded the try. But it was an infringement for Treviso that gave the Scarlets field position in order to make that score.
Well, Jonathan is saying in commentary for Scarlets to play fast, and if they do that multi-phase, they're going to get ill-disciplined, these Italian forwards. We know that. And this was a classic example of how they got their field position. They're building pressure, but watch Simone Ferrari. Great name, but not great technique. Doesn't roll away. He knows what he's doing. Look, he's lying there. Easy penalty. Now, you get this 5 metres out and you can build. Now, it's interesting to note that they take it down at the front, but they work hard to stay on their feet, the Scarlets. The inside head on the inside of people like Pete Edwards, just creating and then folding on the outside. Now Paliso, he gets on the inside, his head on the inside. It allows the support to come on the outside. They're working towards the open all the time. Watch Jake Ball now. He comes to the outside, the open, and his head's on the inside. And even Hadley Parks and DTH has a little look at this as well. And he reaches over and gets a great score. But it's the ill discipline from Treviso that got them the field position.
Yeah, Martin, I don't know if I can remember a game where James Davis either wasn't man of the match or scored a try.
Yeah, it's quite boring talking about him, isn't it? That's all we ever do. But he's hit the ground running, out for a long time. And you see with so many players, it takes 3 or 4 games to hit your stride. But look, he's a great talent. The downfall for James Davis, looking international, is he's got 2 truly world-class sevens in front of him. But that's all he can do is just keep doing what he's doing week in, week out for the Scarlets, and what he's done for the last 18 months.
We talked at the top of the programme about the razzle-dazzle in the Scarlets backline and the Stephen Jones influence, but you also need a bit of up-front grunt, and Jake Ball has been providing that in spades tonight.
Yeah, it's always fascinating when you get the Welsh squad players back into their regions. It's a frustrating time. Yes, it's great to be in the Welsh squad, but it's frustrating as well when you're not getting picked. He had a bit of game time against France off the bench, but he has, for all the fancy stuff, the Scarlets, you need your front 5 guys to carry, make the hard yards, and I think he's been really lively tonight. He was a good ball carrier, and like I say, that frustration, you need to use that in a positive way, and he's definitely doing that tonight.
I'm sure Warren Gatland will be watching with interest this evening. The second half is coming up soon. The Scarlets in control here at Parker Scarlets. 2 tries to the good, 14-3 ahead. Here's what else is coming up over the weekend. On Sport Wales tonight, former Wales international John Hartson meets fellow footballer and cancer survivor Elliot Richards.
When you first get told you have testicular cancer, it's not a nice thing to be told, but how did you feel when you were told?
My first thought was my season's over.
That's Sport Wales straight after Scrum 5 Live tonight at 9 o'clock. On Sunday, the Blues take on defending champions Glasgow.
What a try this will be! Great work from the three-quarter line.
Tune in to Club Rugby at 2:15 for coverage of that one. And then the build-up begins to the big one, the potential Six Nations title decider. We'll preview England versus Wales on Scrum 5 Sunday and catch up with England's Prince of Centres.
Felipe is the best in the world. He's a superstar, but it's so understated.
And on Tuesday, keep an eye out for a special documentary on one of the greatest players of them all. S4C pays tribute to Jonah Lomu.
He was probably the biggest influence on the game ever.
Make sure you tune in for that one. And a couple of updates to bring you from the other two games going on tonight. These two kicked off later than Scarlets Treviso, so the first half still ongoing. But Edinburgh are losing 7-0 to Connacht. And that's got ramifications for this game, because if Connacht win away in Edinburgh, they will stay at the top of the table and the Scarlets won't be able to overtake them. Ulster are currently 13-0 up against Zebra at the Kingspan Stadium. And you see the other fixtures there. Leinster versus the Ospreys is coming up tomorrow. A tough game for the Ospreys. They're going to go over to Dublin for that one, and they'll still be smarting from what happened at the sports ground last weekend when this try by Sam Davis, I say try, it was a no try in the end. It was adjudged a no try because Sam Davis himself was said to have been held in this tackle we're about to see. It went to the TMO and it was disallowed. Now it's caused quite a bit of consternation, not just within the Ospreys camp, but among Ospreys fans on social media. It's been a talking point all week. It's still a talking point now. Martin, I'm going to get your thoughts on this. I mean, let's just quote the law first of all. To be tackled, the player has to be brought to ground, which means one or both knees touching the ground, and has to be held. Now, by the letter of the law, and playing devil's advocate, Sam Davis was brought to ground because one knee touched the ground. But was he held?
No. It was a shocking decision, wasn't it? I couldn't believe it. I think, 99 people out of 100 would say that's a try. We watch it full speed. He wasn't held. The momentum carried him over the try line, and look, refereeing is a very, very difficult job. The man on the pitch, he's going to make mistakes. That's the nature of our game. It's so complicated. But when TMOs get it that wrong, and it's cost the Ospreys 2 points, and ultimately could cost them a Champions Cup place next year in the top 6. You cannot get those decisions wrong. I think it was absolutely shocking call.
Jonathan, your thoughts? Because as Martin has rightly just pointed out, 2 losing bonus points went astray with that try being disallowed, and the Ospreys in the position they're in need every point they can take.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ospreys play against Real Madrid, as Martin in the Champions League. But it's one of those things where, those decisions at the end of the season could be crucial. If you stop it and watch it frame by frame by frame, obviously, it's most things are not going to be given. But at the speed that he was tackled and he hit the floor, I don't think he was held, and that should have been a try. If you speak to anyone, that is a try. So you have to have a little bit of empathy. And I agree with Martin. The TMO has got to get it right. Okay, he wasn't sure. Can't see, and he went up to the TMO. The TMO's got to. But if you watch it there, like we watched it on full speed, that was definitely a try. And there's questions about, the referee, the officials, the Irish officials. Now that's not. There's nothing cheating about it. It's a decision that they got badly wrong. And I would, you still got to have the best referees referee the best games. But shocking decision, and you just need consistency and empathy in the Pro 12.
OK, thanks, Jonathan. We can go down to Phil Steele now. We talked about how the Scarlets backline has been purring this season. One man desperate to reclaim his place in it is with Phil right now.
Yeah, Scott Williams. Scott, you've got a big vested interest in this because you could well be back for those playoffs if the Scarlets get there.
Yeah, hopefully. He's feeling good. Hopefully there'll be no hiccups now over the next 6 weeks or so. So, yeah, fingers crossed. It'll be all right. And hopefully they can get a couple of games in towards the end of the season.
Scarlets to get this bonus point and the win?
Yeah, I think so. They'll be disappointed not to see the game out last week, so need to push on now second half, and hopefully we'll be able to get a bonus point.
Can't let you go without a comment on an early comment on Wales, England at Twickenham, bearing in mind you scored the winner 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's not it's 4 years ago, but I think the boys will be confident. They need to stop believing in polo, I think, and then they got a good chance.
Cheers, Scott. Great to see you as always and hear from you. Let's go back to commentary. Gareth Charles, Jonathan Davis.
Thanks, Phil. So Scott Williams confident that the Scarlets can do it. I wonder what messages they've had from that changing room during half-time to up their game and make sure that they do it and get those 2 tries to boot and try and consolidate in that top 4.
And not so much aimless kicking, I hope. Well, there's 2 now, there's 2 straight away.
Jaden Hayward decides to buck the trend. No aimless kicking, but productive running instead. It's a fairly quiet Parker Scarlets as well. They need something to inspire the hardy soul who've braved the elements tonight. Ala Davis can come under pressure, and that's worked out for Ala Thomas.
Use it, 9.
Again, the stray boot makes it unnecessarily uncomfortable for the Scarlets to get rid of the ball. I wonder why they hang on and hang on and hang on before doing something with it. And they pay the price for doing it as well.
Off feet, no 7.
Turnover ball. Now he's got it. Yeah, 2 minutes gone, and we've had 6 kicks in this half already. Poor ones.
Parks to King. Barkley,
unlucky there.
Well-timed tackle by Alberto Scarbi. There's another not too great kick from Parks this time, replied by Esposito, and that's going to go all the way over the try line. So, a forgettable first 2.5 minutes.
Well, there's an injury, I'm not sure it is.
It's Barkley.
Yes, Barkley's in.
Took the ball and the man at the same time.
He took a bang in the first half as well. Play goes on. Penalty.
Marcus here, let's go please, play on.
No angle, not a bad kick.
Barkley is getting prolonged treatment. It was DTH who took the kick, and then that was deemed a deliberate knockdown by Filo Paulo.
Still down, Barkley.
Once you went off, it's a leave go. Time on, please.
He's struggling, but he wants to stay on.
Stay there now. Okay.
They eventually sorted the line-out call-out. Bullbring won it. There's no chance to drive on him though, but James Davis has done extremely well. Ella Davis calling forwards outside them. Jake Paul leaves it behind. So untidy, error strewn by the Scarlets.
Last forward, but it's gone forward first. It's gone green.
Really was a chapter of errors by all concerned.
Well, they were just trying to shovel on, you know what, but just look, you know, the bad ball there, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Someone's got to take responsibility and take it up. You know, recycle the ball, set, and then go again. I'm not sure what the Scarlets are trying. Maybe they're trying to go wide too early, but as I said, very lethargic at the moment, and you know, a little bit of intensity and pace into the game, and then you know they'll really damage this Treviso defence. Just need to keep the ball.
Bind. Set.
Good scrum though.
That's all about patience. It looked, you know, they looked a very solid scrum, both sides. They were edging a little bit Treviso, and then they just had the patience, kept in, and eventually got the penalty.
Okay. Straight, perfect. Yeah.
Treviso, like the Dragons, have got 8 losing bonus points so far this season. Shows how close they've come. And after beating the Blues and the Dragons, they were leading Munster for a long time last week. Eventually went down 16-13. And they score more points in the second half than, or percentage of their points in the second half than anybody else in the league.
Because usually the other side have given up when they score so many points. That's why
gone home.
Yeah.
Gone home.
You know, I'll leave him having now.
Well,
turnover's good.
They'd won the line out well through Tom Palmer. How they messed it up, I'm not quite sure. But the Scarlets have got the ball. James Davis tries to go outside the marquee, slipped the tackle. That's the kind of urgency that Scarlets need in their play. They need somebody to really take this game by the scruff of the neck, and Hadley Parks follows in the same suit.
Got to go. He's got to go.
It's got to be yellow for Filo Paulo.
Yeah, I've got to go. No, it's not the scrum half of Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah, Alberto Lucchese.
The only similarity is you've got a beard, Charlo.
Excuse me. I don't have to explain every decision. That's diving off his feet, playing the ruck. No.
Well, hopefully now this will be the moment where the Scarlets now take this game by the scruff of the neck. You know, pick the intensity, pick the tempo, keep possession, cut mistakes, and then put a little bit of exhibition on for the fans. They've got to control the tempo now. They've got no, you know, it's not a great atmosphere here so far. They've got to create this atmosphere now by on the field. The fans will get behind them. They've got to give the fans something now.
Okay, stop. I'm going to get the space for you. Stop moving.
Come on, John.
Okay.
Too cold to be chirping tonight.
Paulino wins the line. John Barkley in midfield. Change of angle brings in DTH Van der Merwe. That's a well-worked move. James Davis there in support. Van der Merwe hangs on to it. Barbieri all over him. But the ball is there for Ale Davis. Up comes the defence. Parks tries to step through them. Ale Davis has to dig for it a little bit, but it's there. Van der Merwe again slips it on. Surely no, it's been dropped by Dylan Evans. Try goes begging for the Scarlets.
Well, the ball's gone backwards, so that's still got possession. Now they've cleared it. Well, what a blown opportunity. But yeah, lovely play. A dummy. They fold too quickly. And they got.
Well, golden opportunity for Treviso early in the first half. The Scarlets match it early in the second.
No.
Will it come back to haunt them? Jake Ball. And he's been as determined as anyone this evening. Gareth Owen arrives. Steph Evans slips the tackle. Barkley to Jake Ball again. Lazzaroni is over it. And that's why the penalty goes Treviso's way.
Tackle.
Yeah, the low tackle allowing Marco Lazzaroni to get over the ball, preventing Jake Ball from getting it back and giving Treviso this line out just outside the Scarlets 22. Tapped back by Palmer, cleaned up by Biji.
Stay up.
Myhill goes down low. Lazzaroni with a little pick and go around the corner.
Tackle only.
On its way to Ferrari. Yeah, the prop, De Marchi. All using up time while they're down to 14 men.
Not going. Turnover, another one.
No advantage to come for the Scarlets.
No advantage.
It's a good hit, isn't it? This could be Myhill.
Scarlets on 49 points before this evening. Ulster 46, Edinburgh and Munster on 42. With Glasgow on 39 with a couple of games in hand. So they've got a little bit of a cushion there, but not too much to hang on to that fourth place and a playoff game. That's why a win is vital tonight and why a bonus point would be so handy as well.
Well, if you have to target Treviso, and they've got 8 internationals, on international duty, so you're never going to get a better opportunity to score the bonus point.
Stay up.
No scrum half defending there, but it's a mess of a scrum.
Down here first.
Any benefit in the Scarlets keeping the bonus scrum, do you? It's just...
Especially when there's no scrum half guarding there. You'd imagine Alan Davis would want a bit of pop.
Get it out and if you have a loose game, it's better for the Scarlets if it's loose and open.
Let's go back down to Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Gar. I've got score updates here. Connaught, a 14-0 up in Edinburgh. That affects the Scarlets, of course, because if Connaught win that one, the Scarlets can't go top, even with a bonus point. So they're blazing the trail, aren't they, this season? Pat Lamb's side. Connaught 14 up against Edinburgh. And Ulster, they're still involved, looking for that top 4. They're 20-0 up against Zebra. 20-0 up against Zebra, Ulster.
Ulster are the ones breathing down the Scarlets' neck. 11 wins from 16 from Connaught this season. That's brilliant. They're doing so well.
Yeah, brilliant. Fair play. They're playing very, very good football as well, anyway.
Rock formed! No, collision.
Paolo, as scrum half, turned back inside from Hayward to DeMarchi. Morisi. Sam Christie. That's a decent one for Hayward to follow. Steph Evans under immense pressure. That's turned out to be a very good kick.
Yeah, lovely play, lovely kick in, and good chase. Left-footed little stab. Good chase by Hayward. Sam Christie just read that well. Ball came back, and now it's the catch and drive, isn't it? Can't see going out to the backs. I'd be surprised if it goes to the backs.
Well, yeah, the perfect time to get your flanker as scrum half, with the usual scrum half in the sin bin.
And also,
number 8 in this case.
Gareth Owen is having some treatment in midfield for the Scarlets.
Taken by Tom Palmer. In goes Robert Barbieri. Couldn't quite twist his way over in the first half to get the ball to ground. Being driven on by Bigi. DeMarchi is in there. Barbieri still in charge, up to the try line, over the try line. This time it is a try for Robert Barbieri and for Treviso.
Well, done exceptionally well there, but again, very disciplined, good body angle, they could very good control, good body positions, but again, far too easy for my liking against a top 4 side. There we are. Slowly, patiently get the drive on.
That's excellent discipline from Treviso. The splinter group keeping their shape, everybody piling in, and Robert Barbieri clearly well over the try line and well in control. Jaden Hayward,
no,
just astray with the conversion, but in the sin bin time, it's Treviso who got the points. And some of the crowd getting a little bit uneasy with Treviso back within a converted try.
No. James, no. James, no. 8,
Changes
9, 10,
for the Scarlets.
8, 9, 10.
Will Boyd in the back row, and a young debutant, the scrum half, 21-year-old Connor Lloyd.
Well, let's see if he can sharpen the game up a little bit.
Did that manage to make the 10 metres? No, it didn't.
Well, it's just like it's a comedy of errors now, isn't it?
Quality of the second half has been dreadful.
Second half.
The first 20 were all right.
Yeah, first 20.
Mass changes for Treviso. Jean-Francois Montoriol and Dean Budd in the pack. And Chris Smiley will be a replacement scrum half for Alberto Lucchese. There is the Aucklander, Chris Smiley, takes the place of Alberto Lucchese for the remaining quarter.
Bind! Set!
Try scorer, Barbieri.
He's played quite well, actually.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. They got their tails up now, haven't they? They've You know, they're the ones who are playing football. They're the ones who are, you know, doing things. They've cut their errors out. I tell you what, this will be an almighty shock. Side entry again on it.
Yeah, they're dictating the pace of play at the moment and where the game's being played, and they're taking the game to the Scarlets, and the Scarlets are incredibly passive, and they really do need an injection of something quickly.
That's unlucky, that, I feel, Paul, because someone got on his way, he bumped on out of the way, and then went in from the side, but
well, Dan Jones's first touch finder, not the longest ever.
Give him benefit of the doubt. He was making sure. He didn't make 10 yards from his first kick off, so he thought, I'll make sure. He
did that all right. Bullbrink with good line out possession, but an interception for Barbieri, and he's going to go all the way for a second, and this could put Treviso ahead. What a turnaround! The mistakes continue from the Scarlets. Robert Barbieri profits again. Treviso back within a point with a conversion to come.
Well, what a shock. But as I said, momentum is with them. Just watch this. Ball comes out. He takes too many steps. He should have seen Barbieri and still throws the pass. Just watch as the ball. He gets the ball there. 1, 2, 3. He must have over 5 or 6 yards with the ball in hand. Young Connor Lloyd. He throws the pass, Barbieri, and then that's it.
Jaden Hayward puts the conversion over, and incredibly, as we reach the hour mark, Treviso are ahead. Bonus point for the Scarlets. Now they need to get out there and win it in the final quarter. What an introduction to the big time for Connor Lloyd. There's the man of the moment, the Italian international Robert Barbieri. Lloyd has a look one way, then the other, then back to the original one. Real moment of indecision, and what a tester this is going to be for the young scrum half now. Scarlets really need to get their experienced people on the ball. Dan Jones. Paulino. It's an important tackle by BG.
Yeah, one thing he's got to do is Connor Lloyd. Just forget about that. No, he's made the mistake. Get on with it, and that's what he's doing. He's doing okay.
Lloyd gets it away. Bullbring.
Off feet now. Stay.
Dan Jones to Kirby Myhill. There's a bit more pace about things now for the Scarlets, and they need to keep that going. Dylan Evans tucks it up. Ball confronted by BG again. The defence is up very quickly indeed. They're looking for some depth, the Scarlets, and dropped again, and Iannone can't get his kick in. But the Scarlets are feeling the pressure. That defence is taking its toll. Jonathan.
Yeah, we just watch this guy, the scrum half here, Connor Lloyd. Okay, we just stop it there. Just so as he gets the ball, Connor Lloyd there, and just watch Barbieri. He goes up, he runs 5 or 6 yards. He sees the number 8 there. He can't throw that pass. Unfortunately, he throws it, reads it well, and that's the try. Very, very simple. Very simple. As I said, he's just got to forget about it now. Just forget about it. Play on. Steely with the Premiership rounder tomorrow.
Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. One of the most open premierships for years. There's 6 clubs can still make the top 3. The big ones tomorrow: Ebervale against Llanelli, Llandovery against Aberavon, and Pontypridd against Cross Keys. Then it's Cardiff, Bedwas. But I'll be at, for Radio Wales Sport, I'll be at the Brewery Field for Bridgend against Neath. 2 sides struggling a bit this year, but the good news for them, of course, there's no relegation. So hopefully it could be an open game there. Good feud guide. I've gone to West 1. And the Wales fullback bragging rights. Why? Because it's Gorsainon against Warnarloedd, or One Eyelid as we say in East Wales. That's Gorsainon is of course Lee Halfpenny's club, and Warnarloedd is Liam Williams' club. The Wales fullback bragging rights.
Where was that? Against who again, Steely? What was the second one? Gorsainon against who?
One Eyelid.
One Eyelid against Gorsainon.
The break from Smiley.
Turnover's good by 7.
Turnover again, I tell you.
James Davis.
James Davis again, right. Straighten up.
Parks dances back inside. Quickly taken by Dan Jones. Ball. Again wins precious yards for the Scarlets.
Good.
King.
There's not many tacklers now in the tackle area, so I think the Scarlets got to look at that.
Yeah.
Pick and drive, suck him in.
Yeah, they're staying out wide.
They are very wide. There's a prop there.
Van der Merwe. Oh, maybe should have gone to Boyd, but they still got the ball. An accidental knock into each other, dislodging the ball. The Scarlets' error count continues and their frustration mounts.
If they don't win this game, which I still think they will, if they don't, top 2 is going to be much, much harder.
Well, Robert Barbieri is going, and Bram Stein, who made his Italian debut in the Six Nations, comes on instead of him. And Filippetto comes on for Ferrari in the front row. That's Abraham Stein, or Bram Stein, as he's known.
Okay, guys, your decision. It's okay.
It's BG, the hooker. He's just getting a bit more treatment. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining for the Scarlets.
Get some ice on it. Freezing.
Good scrum in the last one, lads. Keep that the same stable. Fine, please. Give me more. Okay, guys.
Yeah, first good 20 hours. Good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Crouch!
2 tries in quick succession for Robert Barbieri, which has changed the complexion of this one.
Set.
Still, it's only a point. Well, point being made earlier that all the Scarlets games, bar one recently, have been decided by either 1 or 2 points.
I don't think that'll be the case tonight.
Stop, 21.
Sam Christie puts it downtown.
That's okay.
Steph Evans looking to step his way out of trouble. Lazzaroni in tackle.
Good yardage.
King. Oh,
yeah, tackle, didn't release.
He was on the floor when he turned it over. So it's unlucky for Iannone, as he did rip the ball out of Regan King's grasp, but he's on the floor when he did it. Again, slightly shorter than they'd have wanted.
It's unlucky that, is it? I don't think he'd hit the floor. He's on top of Regan King.
He's on top of the ball as well.
Yeah, he was.
Scarlets desperately need points, any points. They even settle for a kick, I think, from here. Line out looking good. James Davis in command.
One stop. No, 2-0.
Now they're going to have to use it. Conor Lloyd. Gareth Owen, good strength, still going. James Davis in support, knocked into his own man, did he?
Play on.
Play still continues.
Lacey said.
Penalty advantage coming.
It's a free play now, they've got the ball.
Dean Budd making sure that they weren't going to take advantage. Now here's a big call for Hadley Parks. What does he do from here?
Well, this is, the position is that desperate. I'd kick it first, yes, exactly.
Not now, Captain.
They're complaining now about how this incident, just watch. He runs into each other. Yeah, you know, some referees would have given that as an accidental offside.
Good work by Gareth Owen. This could be a huge kick in the context of the whole season for the Scarlets. Dan Jones puts it over. Huge sigh of relief as the Scarlets go back ahead by 17 points to 15. The bench being emptied by Treviso. Simone Ragusi, who had a spell with Bridgend. And Sharif Traore, the Guinean-born prop, the latest two.
See, that's where the BBC rugby correspondents each other. Knowledge like that, you know. New Guinean prop and a Ragusi who played for Bridgend.
As part of the deal that saw Scott Baldwin go to Milan, twinning with the Ospreys in Milan. Ragusi came to play for Bridgend. Tricky running by Steph Evans. Still going. That's a great run. Looks for support. The bounce looking to favour James Davis, but in the end scrambled clear, and he hauls down Jaden Hayward in the in-goal area. That's great chasing by James Davis. Yeah, brilliant work by Steph Evans.
Yeah, well, the two best players tonight for the Scarlets, isn't it? Brilliant follow-up play for this kid, but you know, the original run by Steph Evans, in and out step, left foot step, puts the accelerator on, another step, great balance running, kick across, and that's it. Good chase. Hayward thinks he's away, but that's a great tackle. Right, they can get something from this ground now, a try or something. They've got 10 minutes to go for the bonus point, but hey, great run by Steph Evans.
Well, it was his try who got them going in the first place, and that run could get them going now. Now the crowd have come alive. At last they've got something to cheer. James Davis putting in another shift tonight. He now packs down at 8 with Will Boyd on the open side.
Okay. No balance, both sides.
In and out now. Scarlets. In ball out. Well, it's going to go shoot back this gun. Look. James Davis, number 8. Straight at the outer half. Recycle, go wide.
Into the final 10 minutes.
Crouch!
Scarlets just ahead.
Bind!
At least they're not chasing anymore.
Sweep.
Use it!
DTH Van der Merwe going one way then the other. Out to Dan Jones it goes. Back to Hadley Parks. Forwards leading the way. Jake Ball. Dean Budd over the top, but the ball is back. Boyd. Scarlets sensing this is the chance they want to take advantage of. Good hands by Parks. Steph Evans is through again, and that is a crucial try for the Scarlets, and Steph Evans deserves a second.
Yeah, he's played exceptionally well. Again, it's a left foot stop, goes for the finish, and that's a very, very good finish by Stephen Evans. Really sharpen things up. Great passing by, you know, King and Parks. Creates a space, and that's a very good finish. There we are, look, pass, gets a step, he steps inside, brilliant step, good finish. That's good play, kept their depth. Look, he checked his run, Hadley Parks. No choice to go wide. One step beats 3 players. I think Smiley didn't want to tackle there, did he? So that's a very good finish.
And the blitz defence has caused its problems in the second half, but that time, good quick hands, because as you say, they'd held their depth, and then brilliant finish. Dan Evans makes sure of the conversion as well, and now after some real heart-stopping moments, the Scarlets look comfortable. Sigh of relief around the Scarlets, and I dare say Phil Steele has found someone who's a good deal happier now.
Yeah, thanks, Jarlo. I'll put my anorak on and tell you that it was 38 years ago today that this man captained Wales to the triple crown, the 2016 win in Dublin. Of course, it's the great Phil Bennett. Phil, that was then, this is now. If you were captain out there now for the Scarlets with 8 minutes to go, how would you play it?
Well, I think the victory maybe is in the Scarlets' grasp at last. Treviso have been outstanding this evening. I would now go for the bonus points because it's so tight at the top. Go for another try. I think they've got the beating of Treviso, and I think that bonus point could be vital towards the end of the season for the top 4.
I know Stephen Evans and James Davis have impressed you tonight.
Oh, I think James Davis has been magnificent as he was in Edinburgh last Sunday, and Stephen Evans has looked very quick, good sidestepping skills, and another try for him there.
Yeah, thanks, Phil.
Cheers, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
You always hear the relief in Phil Bennett's voice. As is true of all the other Scarlet supporters here. Good drive on by Traore.
Leave it.
Hayward, who's been one of the outstanding performers for Treviso.
Well.
They haven't given up. They want to get something out of this as well. They said 8 losing bonus points so far this season. And they want to get past the zebra and represent Italy in the main European competition next year.
Players in the overlap position there.
There's plenty for Treviso to fight for in the closing stages, even though they're at the bottom of the pack at the moment. Lazzaroni tried to get it on quickly, but couldn't manage to get the pass away.
Scrum, get it wide.
Scrum line out, captain option. Scrum or line out option. Scrum option.
James Davis just limping his way over to the far side. That's Ryan Elias who's coming on to replace Kirby Myhill. Jonathan, your call for man of the match tonight.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think 2 stand-up players for the Scarlets. I think James Davis has been brilliant once again, and you know, he's always in the running for man of the match, but tonight I might give it to someone new. There he is, my man of the match. My Guinness PRO12 man of the match is Stephen Evans, and took his tries exceptionally well. So well done, Stephen Evans. Great performance. There's from some Saturn as well.
Coincidentally.
Cheers.
couple of tries as well as all the other work, and those tries are the difference at the moment. And despite another sterling effort by James Covey Boy Davis, those tries just edging the award to Stefan Evans.
Boys, you're both on the bind coming in, both of you. Okay, I can't penalise either of you. Just hold until the bind is called.
Amazing to think that he's had such a long layoff, James Davis. Just one game back after missing 7 games.
Crouch!
It's tremendous work rate, pace around the field, you know, it's just tap and go on. It should be all out now, all out for that last try. Go on.
That's what the Scarlets are going for.
Go on.
Oh, great ball to Van der Merwe.
He's in.
He's on the outside. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle by Scarby. The skipper saves the day for Treviso. The ankle tap on DTH Van der Merwe, who was flying down the wing. And here comes Treviso looking for their try.
No chance. Oh.
Now it's opened up.
No advantage.
Oh, what a tackle. That's a brilliant tackle. Perfectly timed. He tried to do that. Oh, I thought he was away then.
See the bonus point.
He's gone, he thinks he's away, look. That's the worst thing in the world, that is, being ankle tap. You think you're away. Next thing, don't look a stone.
Good cover by Alberto Scarbi. Denies the Scarlets the bonus point try.
Bind.
The way things are looking midway through the second half, they'll be happy to secure that win.
I still think it's a bonus point missed. I do think that.
Scarlets only got 1 winning bonus point all season.
On the style of play, you know, that's
surprising.
Yeah, it just is surprising.
Phil John and Rodri Jones on in the front row now, alongside Ryan Elias.
Both of you, whoever goes straight will get rewarded. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Esposito.
22 move! Advantage.
Penalty. Dan Jones was really caught in there. Traore lays it back to Smiley. Filo Paulo chips it on Dean Budd. Hayward up from full back again, bringing Esposito back into play. A wild pass from the winger in his attempt to keep it alive. With Sam Christie, he's got them going in the right direction.
Come on, leave it.
Chris Smiley to Dean Budd.
No contest.
Go for the intercept now. Go for everything.
Fiji loses the ball in contact, but was it forward? They're playing on just in case. And Simone Ragusi is crossed, but the try isn't going to be allowed. It's gone forward.
Clear knock on. You've got one chance now, bonus point. Just throw everything at it. Knock on, scrum. You've got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing. So just get it out wide and have a crack.
Well, Ragusi thought he might have salvaged the bonus point for Treviso.
Come on, guys, let's go. Come on.
Looks like neither side will go away with one. Scarlets have one more shot, but from their own 22.
Crouch! Can they go 80 metres now?
Set.
Clinch that bonus point.
Stay 9 behind.
This is it then, all or nothing for the Scarlets. Van der Merwe in midfield. Lloyd arrives. King. Tawdry Jones.
And move, Tactors!
Almost another interception. Let's find its way to Steph Evans again. Over halfway, looks back inside.
Oh, why the miracle ball? Why the miracle ball? Inside pass was needed, that's all.
Didn't think he had the legs to make it himself and make a real name for himself.
Oh, I got the ball back, are they? Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Brilliant play.
James Davis, he fancies it.
That was brilliant play, that was. Up and down. So fast.
Dan Jones, the king. And even this late, fancy is a chance for a try. Not anymore, because the ball's gone forward. And the Scarlets made heavy weather of it.
I think they've missed an opportunity, Charlie. They've won the game, scored 3 tries. I think they lack the intensity, to win this game and get that bonus point. I think they will be disappointed with themselves. A win's a win, yes, but the tightness on the top of the Pro12, I think the bonus point is what they needed in this game.
Well, they'll stay in the top 4, they'll stay in contention for the playoff, but will missing a bonus point mean they won't get a home tie if they stay there? At one stage, though, in the second half, they were staring defeat in the face after 2 quick tries by Robert Barbieri. But Steph Evans, back on the score sheet for a second time, turned things round. The Scarlets victorious by 24 points to 15. And man of the match, Steph Evans, is now with Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Gareth. Steph, excellent performance, well done. Gareth from the sponsors will present you with the Man of the Match award. How do you enjoy the game? Because was it a bit of disappointment that you didn't get the bonus point?
Yeah, but we just came out here and we wanted to win. After last week's disappointment, we just needed a win, especially when it was close second half and then going into the second half. But to get a win is a
No, those tries of yours, particularly the first one, I think the boys are playing them now on the screen. Tell us about that first try in particular.
I just saw open space. I just went for it, and I didn't think I'd get through, but it was nice to get a try.
And then the second one, of course, was the match winner.
Yeah, but a lot of hard work by the boys, and I just finished it off. Really.
Well done on your performance, Steph. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Steph.
They're 2 sublime finishes from Steph Evans. This was the first. We can see it again. Great step inside, defend, and the reach for the line as well. And James Davis, playing his second game back after a 12-week layoff, was at the back of that rolling maul and just about to have the ball down over the try line. But in the second half, a bit of a Treviso revival, and there were some jangling nerves among the Scarlets fans here. The catch and drive for Roberto Barbieri, and then 4 minutes later, the big number 8 steamed up and took an intercept pass from Connor Lloyd, who'd only been on the pitch a few minutes. But Steph Evans, as we saw there, made things safe with his second try of the night. And another fantastic finish from the youngster. Deserved man of the match this evening. Final score here this evening, 24-15. Let's have a quick look at those stats then. As it was at half-time, Scarlets ahead in the possession stakes. Still, most of the action took place between the two 22s. Treviso eventually missing 32 tackles, a stat that ultimately proved telling. Both sides made an awful lot of metres with the ball in hand, 500 odd to 400 odds. But what this means is the Scarlets remain in third. They can't climb above Leinster without that bonus point, and Connacht Edinburgh is still going on. Let's go and speak to the winning coach. Wayne Pivac is with Phil.
Wayne, is that 4 points gained or 1 lost?
I think it's 4 gained, to be honest. We had a few things not go away early on. Ella Davis came in with a virus today, and so he gussed it out for us, and then we had a couple of young guys out there in 9 and 10, a couple of mistakes early, but really pleased that they came back into the game and we managed to get the job done in the end.
What about the fact that Treviso they claimed a few Welsh scalps recently? Did that come into your thinking?
Oh, they've certainly improved. There's no doubt about that. They've had a good run at home, and certainly, I felt after half time if we could have scored first, then it may have been a different game. But they played well. They put us under a bit of pressure and got the lead. So it was a bit of character building, having to come back with the changes that we had to make.
Okay, well done on the win.
Thank you. Cheers, bro.
Yeah, ultimately, Martin, it was a win, but there was a very nervous period round about the hour mark when Barbieri scored his second and put Treviso in the lead.
Yeah, unthinkable was happening, wasn't it? You thought they were could lose because they lost all momentum and it was all Treviso's way. But disagree a little bit with Wayne Pivac. It is a win, but once you score 2 tries after 20 minutes against Treviso at home, you're thinking the bonus point was there before the game. You're thinking, it should be a 5-pointer, but they gutsed it out. They made it difficult for Treviso. Scarlets made it hard work on themselves as well, and it's great to see 2 local boys. Steph Evans, who were rightly had man of the match, but James Davis is absolutely brilliant again. So we spoke with Hadley Parks and Regan King. They get a lot of plaudits, but great to see 2 local boys stepping up and being the difference.
Yeah, and one of those local boys, Trimsaran boy, Steph Evans with a brace tonight, Sean, and the first was spectacular, the second pretty much as good.
Yeah, he was magic, wasn't he? But it took a bit of class from Regan King. As I said at the start of the show, they left it a bit late, but when they took it with style. It started, with a good carry by Kirby Myhill. What he does, he carries out, as we call it, out to the outside. It makes it harder for Treviso to fold, and now they bunch close to the ruck. It gives them a bit of space, but they come hard on the outside, so King has to hold his depth, as does Parks, and his sublime skills. This guy's got a great step and an eye for the line, hasn't he? Deserved man of the match, power step in, knows where the line is. That's what you want from young players. It is a win.
It certainly is, Sean. Thanks for that. Just a quick update on the other scores. They're still going on, the other 2 matches tonight. They kicked off half an hour later than we did at Parker Scarlets, but Edinburgh are getting back into it against Connacht. It's 12-21. Edinburgh 12, Connacht 21. Ulster are still 20-0 up against Zebra. If the match stays the same in Murrayfield, it means Connacht will be top by the end of the night. Martin, it means the Scarlets remain in third. They've made no secret of the fact they want a top 2 spot and a home semi-final. Will they come to regret that missed bonus point tonight, do you think?
I'm not so sure, only time will tell. I think, they have got a decent run in as well, so I think top 4 is safe. I hope it's not a commentator's curse, but I think top 4 is safe for them. But it is, past history has shown you need a home court semi-final to get into that, the all-important final. So they put themselves in a good place. We've got a couple of weeks off now, and rest, get some big players back as well. The internationals will be back in a couple of weeks. Scott Williams hopefully back. So, all in all, I think they're in a great place.
Sean, take us back to that frightening period for the Scarlets where Barbieri went over for those 2 tries in 4 minutes.
Nerve jangling, Treviso, a bag of tricks, and this is why the Scarlets didn't get close. They got backs in the line out. 12 is there, so there's a sneaky ploy. Look at them working hard up the front. But watch who joins here now. It's 11. He joins in the split maul. It's the same maul, so it's not truck and trailer. 13's in there. 14 joins in. There's more backs than forwards in front of this, and it really got the nerve jangling. And when the young half-backs come on, this is the young scrum half Lloyd's first. He's onside Barbieri. When the ball leaves the line out, he's still within 15. He reads it superbly well. It's a lesson for the youngster. But they got through. Their tenacity prevailed. And Stephen Evans' tries got them clear. But Treviso fought all the way tonight, Ross.
Thanks very much indeed, Martin. That second try was familiar to you, wasn't
Brilliant
it?
Try. I scored one like that, but it was off Rupert Moon's pass, so there's nothing to boast about there. He intercepted one of his passes a long time ago. Pontypridd against Connectley.
Well remembered. That's about all we've got time for at Parker Scarlets tonight. So it's a win for the Scarlets, but they made heavy weather of it, particularly in that second half. Scrum 5 Sunday is on Sunday. We'll be previewing England-Wales, of course, and looking back at the weekend of Pro12 rugby. As for the Scarlets, they've got the Ospreys next in a few weeks' time. I'm sure they'll be shifting up a few gears for that one. It's at the Liberty Stadium. We'll catch you Sunday. Thanks for watching. A very good night.
This ain't no baseball, no